Hello everyone and welcome back to my opinion, and in this video I'll be previewing India's first match in their campaign against Bangladesh in Dubai, and let us get into this video. Starting off with the Indian side, I talked about this squad and I said 5 spinners in Dubai is a risk, but playing the first match against a team that plays spin well would be an initial cider as to how the combination of Jadeja, Akshar, and Kuldeep will go in these conditions. Apart from that, the other precarious point is that there are only 3 frontline seamers, and Mohammad Shami, I hope he gets a good match in this one, because 2 things. One, if he doesn't get a good match in if he plays, then it's a worrying sign. Secondly, if he doesn't play and Harshit Rana plays, I mean, there have been a question over either Shami's match fitness or match sharpness, meaning why would you include him in the squad if there's that cloud? I wouldn't understand. The batting looks very good, but there is a precariousness to the bowling. Now, looking at this 11, as I'd said in my previous video, I've gone with Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill to open the batting, Virat Kohli at number 3, Shreyas Iyer at 4, KL Rahul 5, depending on entry point, as I'll say it again. Hardik Pandya number 6, Akshar Patel number 7, Ravindra Jadeja number 8, Arshdeep Singh number 9, Kuldeep Yadav 10, and Mohammad Shami at 11. Now, given the metrics required to win at this venue, Dubai, there'd be 2 in particular focus. One, from a bowling point of view, how you're going to pick wickets up front with the seamers. And secondly, while spinners won't have as much effectiveness here, it's about restricting the run flow in the middle overs. For India, you've got Arshdeep Singh and Mohammad Shami. This is the best chance for him to come good, because if he doesn't and you're playing Harshit Rana, he's someone who can go for more runs than Shami and take wickets in the middle overs rather than at the start, which is going to mean Arshdeep Singh will have to strike up front for India to have the best chance to win matches. So I hope Shami goes well. And the spinners in the middle, Akshar Patel, Jadeja, are containing spinners, and Kuldeep has got 2 gears. He can go for wickets and look to contain the run, so it's a good spin trio there. Hardik Pandya, I won't elaborate too much with the ways in bowling. He's looking to bowl slow deliveries to whoever he faces, and I feel that would not be an added advantage for India at this venue, where he would be the 3rd seamer. And I hope this is a chance for him to get back to bowling that 135 plus kph mark where he bowls hard lengths. He hasn't done that for a while, and I think this would be a good opportunity for him to start doing that again. So that would be on the bowling. And on the batting, which team can not lose many wickets in the first 10 and then sort of carry on with the game in the middle overs? You've got Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, or KL Rahul as the top 4. And I think they've got the soundness to preserve their wicket in the first 10 overs phase. Rohit Sharma and Kohli, I would say it's a lot about faith than knowing whether they are going to score. They have both got technical issues which have been pointed out by others. And the times that they do score, they look assured. Rohit Sharma against England played a very good knock. Virat Kohli, the desperation was there, but we saw him play a few good shots. I'd still say it's more about hope than knowing they'll perform. But in a short tournament, if they get that early momentum, then you can back them to come good for the rest of the matches, and India can look to win the trophy. And in the middle overs, you've got Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul, Hardik Pandya, Akshar Patel, then Jadeja at the end. It's a very good combination, so I feel India are well placed to win this match, and it's a good chance to see how 3 spinners would work in this venue and how Shami would go. And now on Bangladesh. So looking at their squad, I'd said with Shakib Al Hasan not present in the side, the bowling and batting would take a hit. Now, so remember, there's a bowling all-rounder who can provide control, but I'd say, is he as assured as Shakib Al Hasan with the bowl and the bat? No, he's not. And I don't know why they left out Shariful Islam, because he would have been someone who would have been useful in these conditions. And when I narrate my 11, you'd see why he would have come into play. So my 11 would be Soumya Sarkar and Mehdi Hasan Miraz to open the batting, Najmul Hussain Shanto at number 3, Mushfiqur Rahim at number 4, Nawazullah Riyad number 5, Tawhid Ridoy 6, Jekar Ali 7, Nasoom Ahmed 8, Tanzim Hassan Saqib 9, Taskin Ahmed 10, and Nahid Rana at number 11. Now, I'd heard that in the warm-up game, Mehdi Hasan Miraz had batted at 4. If that happens, this batting lineup will be jumbled up. Ready? Do you have much faith in it? No. So, if Mehdi Hasan Miraz doesn't open the batting in the side, where will he bat? Because there's no one else you can send out to open apart from Najmul Hussain Shanto, which would be disrupting his position, so he has to open. And given the metrics that I suggested, Soumya Sarkar, you don't know what's going to happen with him. He had a good global Super League, then he scored runs in the ODIs against the West Indies, but he's made many comebacks and is flattered to deceive. What will he do here? We don't know. Mehdi Hasan Miraz has been batting well. Najmul Hussain Shanto has been on and off. He's slowly on the rise, but hasn't quite found that consistency. Mushfiqur Rahim is a very good player. Nawazullah has been doing well. And Tawhid Ridoy and Jekar Ali are explosive players at 6 and 7, but consistency can be in question. Although Tawhid Ridoy, especially when I've seen him bat, he has scored at least a few decent amounts of runs, a quick cameo. And Nasoom Ahmed, number 8, he can score some runs on his day, but I wouldn't say it's a reliable option. He's more so a bowling all-rounder. And I hope they play him, because Rashad Hussain, as I said, he's a wicket-taking bowler, but if he misses his lengths, teams such as Pakistan, New Zealand, India, very good players of spin. Despite what happened in Pakistan today, I would still say if Rashad Hussain plays, they would not mind facing him. So the control of Nasoom Ahmed, especially given what is required to win at this venue, would be better. And you've got him and Mehdi Hasan Miraz to play that role. And then the 3 seamers to strike up front, a very good combination in Tanzim Hassan Saqib, Taskin Ahmed, and Nahid Rana. I hope they don't play Mustafizur, because he bowls slow deliveries most of the time now. They'd probably play him ahead of Nahid Rana or Tanzim Hassan Saqib, because Taskin Ahmed is experienced. They won't leave him out. That would weaken their attack. I hope they don't play him. And this is the area I think they should go with. If they bat Mehdi Hasan Miraz in the middle order, if they play Rashad Hussain, if they play Mustafizur Rahman, then they're shooting themselves in the foot. And I hope they don't do. And now, given the comparisons of the 11s, keeping in mind what is required to succeed in these conditions. For India, looking at the top 4, Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, one of Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul, compared to Soumya Sarkar, Mehdi Hasan Miraz, Najmul Hussain Shanto, Mushfiqur Rahim for Bangladesh, you would back the Indian top 4 to exhibit the technical soundness required to get to through the first 10 of the phase. Whereas Mehdi Hasan Miraz, I think he'll go well. Mushfiqur Rahim's a good player. Najmul Hussain Shanto is technically sound, but he can be dismissed early as well. Soumya Sarkar, you never know what's going to happen with him. So I've gone with India's top 4 to take the edge there. And then in the middle, to score runs against the spinners, you've got Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul, Hardik Pandya, Akshar Patel, and Jadeja at the end. It's a very good combination. Whereas for Bangladesh, you also got very good players of spin. Mushfiqur Rahim, Nawazullah Riyad, Tawhid Ridoy, Jekar Ali. But with the latter 2, the consistency could be in question. They're explosive players. Because of that, I feel India would take the edge in that regard. Bangladesh also plays spin well. And then the spin bowling to restrict the scoring rate in the middle overs, Akshar Patel, Jadeja, Kuldeep can all do that. Nasoom Ahmed and Mehdi Hasan Miraz can do that, but I feel Nasoom Ahmed, he started off, I thought, doing much better as a bowler than he has been doing of late. I feel teams find it easier to milk him around now, which is why I've gone for the Indian spin trio to take that edge. And now with the fast bowling, being honest, if you're looking at a very good 3-bowler combination for Bangladesh, which is Nahid Rana, Taskin Ahmed, and Tanzim Hassan Saqib, who I think is a rising star. You've got Arshdeep Singh bowling very well. Shami, you don't know how it will go. Now, if Shami performs slightly more optimally than he has been doing since his comeback, the class of Arshdeep and Shami, you'd think, would result in India taking the edge even in that regard. But because you don't know what Shami is going to do, I feel as a collective package, the Bangladesh fast bowling unit is better. Although Arshdeep Singh's class, you could say, if you combine the performances of all these three, would they match Arshdeep Singh? No, but if we're looking at a combination, since we don't know what Shami would do, I've got to say Bangladesh. But if Shami performs better than what we have seen him, then India can still take. So overall, I definitely say India are the favourites to win that match, and let's see how that match goes. And now on the match, there's a match that happened today, the first match of the Champions Trophy of this edition between Pakistan, New Zealand. Pakistan won the toss, chose to field first, and there the match was over. They chased 353. They scored 355 against South Africa in the second innings in the Tri-Series, and they lost the final when batting first. Maybe that played in their mind that they thought they should bowl first. That was the incorrect decision. I thought in the first innings compared to the second, there was a bit of a two-paced feature on offer where Naseem, I thought, bowled very well. And the service reminded me of the pitches we saw in the T20 World Cup in the Caribbean, where it was a bit two-paced. But in the second innings, that was not the case. I thought they just bowled a length, and unfortunately for the Pakistan batsmen, there was no indication that they would look to attack them in risk-free with a risk-free approach and look to disrupt that length. And I'll get to that in a bit. But starting off with the New Zealand innings, despite losing a couple of wickets after a good start, you've got Will Young and Tom Latham scoring very good centuries. And with the way that Will Young from the start, he looked set to get a big score, and he did. He scored a fantastic 107. And Tom Latham, I'd said Mark Chapman should have played ahead of him with Devon Conway keeping. And until the end, he was 72 of 82. And if you look at the way also he accelerated towards the end, it was a classical shot. He's not a power hitter. With the flick, he scored off Naseem Shah for 6. You saw a few deft touches as well. A strike rate of 113, 118 of 104 is an impactful innings, I feel, in an ODI. And for someone who's not a power hitter to also negotiate that tough situation and then really change gears in a classical manner, a relatively risk-free manner, I thought it's a fantastic innings from him. And I hope he goes well by delivering similar contributions to the rest of the tournament. And then Glenn Phillips played a destructive knock of 61 off 39. I don't know why he went at base price in the IPL. He should have had far more takers. Upon the Pakistan bowling, another off day for Shaheen Afridi. Naseem Shah, as I said before, bowls very well up front, goes runs to the death. Abrar Ahmed, it was not a good move introducing him in the power play. Spinners do not have much of a success in the power play at Karachi. Despite that, he bowled well and took that first wicket, 1 for 47 and 10. I thought he did well. Harsh Rauf, on his return, we saw what happened in the first match of the Tri-Series where Pakistan lost against Union Continuing 330. In that match, Harsh Rauf went off, I think, halfway through his overs. In this match, we saw why it said he may go for runs. He did go for runs. Pushkar Shah, I'll say this again, is he going to create any impact as a spinner? I don't think so. None for 40 in 7, and Salman Agha only bowled 3 overs. And the second innings, it was... In the first innings, we saw the two-paced nature of the surface. Still, Pakistan should have batted first. But in the second innings, they were just putting the ball at a length, and there was no effort. Yes, Pakar Zaman was not available to open because he was injured, but there was no intent whatsoever. They didn't have to really go slam bang. All you have to do is play risk from at least rotate the strike. The reason why they have lost this match by this margin is not because of boundaries, it's because of the dot ball. Almost 27 overs of dot balls, and I was very confused watching it from the outset. I thought, right, both these two are class players. When is someone at least going to take that risk-free option? They didn't, and you've got the second partnership. Babar and Rizwan were batting at that point in time, and they've set an offside field. They're busy trying to hit cover drives through the gap. They don't go through the gap. You've got about 1 in 10 success rate where they hit a boundary. And they keep trying it. And I didn't understand that at all. They've set an offside field because you'd be going for that shot and you don't try anything else. Again, I'm not comparing India and Pakistan, but Rohit Sharma against Will Rock, wouldn't he have tried to charge down the track and hit a six over mid wicket? Yes, he would have done. I'm not saying they should have done that because they probably wouldn't be in their game. But something else rather than just looking to bisect the gap in the offside. When it's an offside field, you know it's not working. And in the eighth over, they realize, hang on, you haven't got many runs in the power play. And then 22 for 2 and 10, the match is over. So I thought it was very poor application. Bakar Zaman, who was not fit to bat, he scored 24 of 41, and that partnership unfortunately lasted for 10 overs, 69 for 3. The match was over. And Salman Ali Agha, I thought they shouldn't have persisted with these spinners for that much of a time. The moment when Salman Agha started scoring runs, they should have brought back the seamers. I didn't think that was great tactics there, but when he was dismissed, then the match was over. That was the only momentum they got in the innings. Kushal Saad at the end scored some runs, but it was fairly inconsequential. And really, I was quite intrigued when watching the Pakistan innings because in the first 26 overs, 84 for 3, chasing 321, you're scoring as a subcontinental side, playing at home, chasing that score on a good batting surface against part-timers. You're scoring 1 run per 4 balls. And you're in that kind of situation at the halfway stage. It was unbelievable. And I don't quite know what to say because when playing against India, yes, spinners won't have much of an effect in Dubai, and especially in the second innings. But if India score, let's say, 300, if Bakar Zaman isn't available to play, apart from Salman Agha, who's going to be the player that's going to remotely take a risk? You don't know. So I don't know how they're going to really progress from this point because, as I said, they had tougher conditions up front in the first innings than they did in the second innings. All the New Zealand bowlers were doing was hitting a length, and there was no attempt to throw them off that length. And New Zealand bowling, I said Matt Henry should strike up front. He did 2 for 25 and 7.2. Will O'Rourke showcased how good of a talent he is. And the spinners' figures were ruined slightly because I thought they persisted with them too much when Salman Agha was batting. But I'll say this again, taking no credit away from them. This attack, it looks good because if you play against teams like these where they don't take risks against them, then it will look at Michael Bracewell is no way a 1 for 38 bowler. But you saw in the Tri-Series and now how he's fared against Pakistan. If they play against India and Matt Henry does not, they would have qualified by them. But if they play against India and Matt Henry does not take wickets up front, Rohit Sharma hits a 6 over mid wicket over Will O'Rourke. Does he have the experience to know how to bounce back? I don't know. Mitchell Santner will not fare well against India because they use their feet, and then you got part-time bowlers. So, and Nathan Smith for 2 overs today, 1 for 20. So, if Matt Henry does not strike up front, this does look a precarious attack, I've got to be honest, but they will win the next game. I feel against Bangladesh, they'll be qualified by then, so it'd be a good learning for them against India. So that is on this match. I feel India will win their first match. Let's see how things go. If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe, share with your friends. Remember, this is my opinion. What's yours?